and now they're going to do an operation which should in theory be keyhole surgery, in and out in the day, in theory. I've not had the most positive of experiences in hospital. This one is a fraction of the price, and while a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury products, I'm like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury all the way, this lip oil is great. These Milestones as a mum are so emotional, just realising how quickly they're growing up. I'm not sure how scientific this is, but I think that that's where that feeling of, I wouldn't go so far as to call it anxiety because I'm feeling like it's quite manageable, but that sense of unease is coming from. Hi guys, Ari here from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel and another vlog. It is the first weekend of the summer holidays, and after a rather emotional week, I would say it's a very emotional week because William finished primary school. I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling a lot better. Anyway, lots to catch up on. We're going to jump back to Friday so you can see exactly how I have been feeling this past week, and then we're going to do a little catch up while I straighten my hair, and I'm going to let you know where we're going today. So it's the last day of school and William's last ever day of primary school before he moves up to secondary school. I have been an emotional wreck pretty much all week. There was a Leavers concert, cried like a baby through that. Even cried at the video, which I'd already seen because I put it together for them. I went in and filmed with his class and put together like a really lovely montage video. The children worked with me to decide how it was going to look, and they were singing on it. Cried when I was filming it, cried again when I watched it, even though I'd edited it. This morning was really emotional. Okay, I'm trying to cry now. All the year sixes were getting together having pictures, and then there was a thank you concert. I cried in that. I've pulled myself together, I've got loads of work done, but now I've got to go pick up the girls, and they're moving up to another class. They're staying in the same school, so you know, that's all good. But Will and all the other year sixes are going to be walking through an arch made by all the other children. They're all going to stand here like arches, the game I used to play as a kid, and they're all going to run through and be clapped out, and I'm not even prepared for it. I'm so excited for him to have this next chapter, but these Milestones as a mum are so emotional, just realising how quickly they're growing up. Okay, I've got to pull myself together because I've got to go and pick him up, and I don't want to be crying before I even get there. So as you can see, I was super emotional. I honestly thought, you know, like, it's not the first time I've had a child leaving primary school. My eldest did it. It's not my last one. That it wouldn't be so bad. I honestly believed that in my head, and I was just as emotional. So sorry to say that it doesn't get any easier. I was hoping to report back like, oh, it gets easier with every child. No, I just get more emotional. Anyway, I need to straighten my hair. So while I do that, I thought we'd have a little catch up. So let's see, after I went to pick Will up on Friday from school, all of them actually. This needs to be plugged in. So I went to pick them all up from school, and all the year fives made like this human arch for all the year sixes to lead through, and all the parents were clapping, and it was very emotional. And then we all met up locally at like a local park, and just it was all very sweet. But actually, I've got to say, I feel like this about most hair straighteners ready. I feel like this about most like mum milestones, that the idea of them is often very emotional. The actual time is very emotional. Does anyone remember when I finished breastfeeding Zara? And it wasn't about finishing breastfeeding that I was sad about, because I was glad to have my body back. It's that end of an era, the fact that she's not a baby anymore. Will going up to secondary school, I'm thrilled for him, he's really excited. But it's just this end of an era, not a baby anymore. I think it just reminds me how fast time is going, and that's why I get emotional. So long story short, I was very emotional before. I'm kind of okay now. A couple of things I wanted to feed back on while I think of it. Where is it? In a recent Primark Come Shop With Me and haul, I picked up this, which is a vitamin lip oil. I've been really, really liking it. It's really nice to just, you know, stick on your lips. I've got really dry lips. And you can kind of wear it as a lip mask at night. It does compare to this one, which is a Charlotte Tilbury one. Not the same kind of applicator, because that's like a ball head applicator. But obviously this one is a fraction of the price. And while a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury products, I'm like, you know, Charlotte Tilbury all the way, because it's kind of my favourite makeup brand. Bit bougie, but kind of nice stuff to have for your birthday. This lip oil is great. So raving about that. The other thing I was going to try, I haven't even unwrapped it yet. The Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is notoriously brilliant for keeping your makeup in place. But Primark had this one, which is Prep and Perfect. So I figured I'd spray half my face with one and half with the other. I can't get into it. So today we are heading off to the cinema. I think we're going to go and check out Elemental, which is the new Disney Pixar movie. We're going to do half my face with this. I'm not sure how scientific this is. So that's half my face with the one I normally use, and then half the face with the Primark one. Oh, it's different kind of pumpy. It smells very different. I don't know. I guess the only way of knowing is to check back later and see which half of my face looks better. Anyway, these are the two we're comparing. We'll check back in later on. Back to the cinema. I really want to take the girls to see the Barbie movie. Will's not interested at all. They're really keen to go, but it's a 12. And I'm hearing really, really mixed reports coming in from Instagram. So some people are saying, do you know what, it's absolutely fine. The stuff that is considered unsuitable and it would go over your children's head. And then some people saying it's just not really aimed at children. It's more like adult themed. They wouldn't be interested anyway. And then some people saying that children would love it. So, gosh, what is going on with my French? I was working out earlier and I had it pinned up all funny, which is why it's now like some sort of 90s boy band parting. It's trying to happen. So we're going to see Elemental. Again, there's been really mixed reviews of that. Some people loving it. Some people like, what is this rubbish? So we'll be keen to check that out and see what we think of it. But the Barbie one, I don't know what to do about that. Maybe just wait till it's on like a downloadable... I don't know what'll go on Netflix, No TV, Disney Plus, I'm not sure. When it's on one of those, a streaming service, and then I can watch it first and then decide for the girls, I guess. I suppose that's the answer. But do let me know if you have seen it. The girls, Will's not interested at all. The girls are 8 and 6. So I don't mind there being some stuff in it as long as it goes over their heads, as long as it's not going to really bother them. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on whether the unsuitable bits will go over their heads and whether you think they'd enjoy it. Because on the whole, I think it's being very well received by adults at least. Okay, nearly done with the hair. So what else we got on this week? Quite a lot actually. So tomorrow we've got to get up. I've got to get up early at 5 a.m. I mean, I get up quite early anyway, but I've got to get up and just do this specifically at 5 a.m. to check in for our Disney cruise. We are cruising on the Disney Dream from Southampton over to France this summer. If you want to follow our adventures for that, that will all be over on my Mummy of 4 Days Disney channel. So I've got to do that, and I've got to film like everything we're wearing and stuff and start packing for that. I've got to do back to school stock take, but by the time you see this video, that should already be live on my channel. So you may have already watched that video. Have you already watched it? I have, at the point that I'm talking to you right now, I haven't even filmed it, but it should already be out on my channel. Woo! How weird is that? So back to school stock take's got to be done, and I've also got to pack for my hospital stay because I am having a little operation on Friday. It's Sunday today. If you've been following for a while, I'm not going to go into massive detail on it now because I will explain it all in a separate video. But in short, I've had excessive bleeding problems since having baby number 4. They've tried all sorts and now they're going to do an operation which should in theory be keyhole surgery in and out in the day, in theory. Fingers crossed that is the case, but I've got to pack a bag in case that is not the case and I've got to stay in, which I don't really want to do, but if that's what has to happen, that's what has to happen. Fingers crossed it's just a nice quick recovery. I am supposed to be on like no driving, resting, bed rest type stuff for 3 days after the op. I'm not historically very good at resting, so try and do my hair and talk to you at the same time. So fingers crossed I can behave myself and do that. Okay, that'll have to do for my hair. I am now gonna stick on some lip stuff over this lip oil, which the one I'm still loving actually. It's my fave. It's my fave at the moment. My combo is Pillow Talk lip liner with this. I wasn't sure when this first came out. I mean, I wanted it because all the marketing's amazing, but I wasn't sure I'd love it as much as I do. And I do. It's the Lip Blur Matte Lip Airbrush Lip. Hang on, what's it called? Airbrush Lip Blur in Pillow Talk. And it just lasts really, really well. And it's a really natural colour. And whenever I wear it, I get messages all the time going, what is on your lips? It's lovely. It's that. It's this one. Okay, so fingers crossed it's stopped raining as much outside. True to form for the UK, first day of the summer holidays was like a monsoon. So fingers crossed we won't get absolutely soaked today. But let's go and check out Elemental in the cinema and see if we think it's great, like some people think, or a bit of a mess. So we've got to Primark mainly because we looked on the app and the film starts much later than I thought, so we've come for a little detour. Needed to swap some stuff, take some stuff back anyway. I did manage to find the liquid blush I was looking for. Do you remember I picked up a contour wand, which is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, and I really regretted not having picked up the liquid blush. Well, I managed to get one of those, they don't always have them in stock. And then we've come to the kids section. Look what Zara found. And what did you say when you found it? What did you say?
It's so mean.
She just went, it's so mean. So you've got £2, haven't you? You're going to buy that. Anything you want to buy, Belle?
I probably got more than £2.
What have you found there? Do you want to show us?
What?
This looks quite nice, Belle. What about that kind?
Yeah, that's really cute.
That is sweet, isn't it? The bow kind is very you, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you want to take one out and try it? They also quite like these with the funny twirly fruit. What have you found, girls? What have you found?
Are these 2 headbands?
No, I think it's one headband stuck together with a big butterfly on it. What have you found, Bells?
These gem clips are pretty sweet.
Gem clips, yeah, beautiful. She also found this fidget butterfly thing that she thinks is quite cool. And you quite like these giant, very literal butterfly clips, don't you?
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the little flowers, but even though I've already got flower clips like this.
You guys are obsessed with clips and hairbands.
Look at these!
Well, what are your thoughts? What's your prediction? Do you think it's going to be any good?
My prediction is it's not. I don't think it's going to be good enough to make a sequel out of it.
Okay.
But like, it'll still. I think it'll still be like better than Lightyear.
Okay. Okay. So we've got high hopes.
Yeah.
Bells, do you think this is going to be good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a bit like Strange World.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that? Okay.
I did.
Zaz, do you think you're going to enjoy this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You got enough popcorn there?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm probably not going to eat
Can I have
all
some?
of it. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
not going to eat all of it, for definite.
So we've just come out of Elemental. Thoughts, Wikipedia? Thoughts?
I thought it was actually quite a good movie. Personally, I think it's better than Turning Red.
Right, okay. Yeah, which went straight to Disney Plus. Didn't even make it to the cinema, did it?
Mummy?
Yes, darling.
It was one of the Disney Plus ones.
Yeah.
I think it's quite, I think it's kind of like a bit like Strange World.
Okay. What about you?
I liked it.
You liked it.
I enjoyed it.
It was better than I expected. Much better than I expected. It's not Encanto, Toy Story. It's not like one of the the favourites. It's
Yeah, I think
but
this one is quite.
It's something I think you might want to watch it to see how
yeah, I mean, definitely watch it when it comes on Disney Plus. It's definitely a Disney Plus call. Is it a rush to the cinema when?
I think they've spent a lot of time working on it.
I'd say it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah,
No,
it was
6.7 out of 10.
6.7. I did enjoy it. I think it had a nice message about, different people and accepting each other and things like that.
Yeah.
It's for me. I did enjoy it, but it was.
How
it
much
was.
out of 10?
I don't know. It was like it's a watch it on Disney Plus,
Out of 10.
not a run screaming to the cinema. Like Encanto is like run screaming to the cinema. I think. Yeah.
I would say about a 7 out of 10. There's a lot more they could have done with it.
Okay.
Like, it had a lot of potential that they want to see.
I thought it was quite funny. It was good. It was good. It was just never going to make one of my favourite Disney films of
How
all
much
time.
out of 10 for you? Probably 7, like 7.
It's a pretty good score. Although I've got to say, I've got massive FOMO because so many people are here to watch Barbie and they're all dressed in Barbie clothes and I really want to see Barbie. Oh, but behind us we've got the Haunted Mansion trailer playing. I'm guessing we didn't see the Haunted Mansion trailer in there, which was a PG, because it must be a 12.
Yeah, I think.
Are you thinking? Is that Haunted Mansion? It is. Now that I want to see. That is based on Haunted Mansion, the ride. Will, are you going to be Desperados, Dinkercado as well. So let's go and see that
I'm
one.
pretty sure Disney made a different movie or something.
They've had a few haunted mansions, but this one is going to be the one. I actually enjoyed the Muppets haunted mansion. I thought that was quite good. Back from the cinema, and before I go and wash my makeup off, I thought we'd have a look at which side the setting spray. It didn't make any difference. So this side was the Charlotte Tilbury, I believe, and this side was the Primark. Can we see any difference? I feel like the powder stayed in place ever so better on this side than this side, but the difference really is not that much. The mascara, I don't think that's really budged. Yeah, I would say both are pretty good. The scent, I think I prefer on the Charlotte Tilbury one, but the price difference, obviously the Primark one, is going to win on price. So I would say it's a solid pick it up and give it a go if you're in Primark and they happen to have one in stock. Now, obviously, either later in this vlog or I can't decide whether to do like a full half and half face. Full face, a full half face of Primark on one side and higher end on the other side. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying out that Primark dupe for the Beauty Light ones very, very soon. But right now, I'm really quite tired, so I'm going to wash off my makeup, have a pretty early night, because tomorrow morning I do have to get up and do that online check-in for Disney Cruise, and then we are doing that back to school stock take, which it's really great when it's done. If you haven't seen any of my videos before I do that, we literally go through a list and there's a printable that you can grab from my Ultimate Mum bundle, which I'll link all that down below and on screen and all the things. But basically we go through all the list and we find out what have we currently got, how many of whatever it is do we need, and therefore what is left on the shopping list. And it saves me so much money because I end up not buying things I don't need. Otherwise, I think if you just go and buy out everything on the kit list, you think, oh, actually I had a bit of that would do. Especially if you buy things mid-year, if the children have grown. So it's definitely worth doing a bit of a stock take. It's a good opportunity to pull everything out, see what you've got, get rid of stuff, either sell it, donate it that's too small for the children. There's going to be a lot to get rid of this year because obviously Williams Village Primary School, and none of that uniforms can be suitable for the girls. It's not the kind of thing they wear. So all of that's going to be going. There's going to be a lot to get rid of, create a lot more space, and then I can really carry on with my back to school shopping. Yes, I did do a back to school haul. If you saw that, I did do a back to school haul already, but that's because I'd already sort of started my back to school stock take. I knew full well that Bella needed new cardigans. I knew that William was going to need all new uniforms. He's going to a different school. So with certain things I could actually get that I definitely needed that they didn't have before. Suffice to say, that's going to be a bit of a long day tomorrow if we're actually going to get all of that done. It makes me tired just thinking about it. So it is Monday. It's the first Monday of the school holidays. My husband will be going to work. My children are obviously home. Today is Disney Cruise Line online check-in day. So I filmed a vlog of doing the online check-in. The last time I did the online check-in for Disney Cruise Line, it took me from 5 in the morning until after lunch. Today was quite a different experience. So if you're interested in that at all, that vlog will be over on my Mummy for Disney channel at some point. Anyway, head over to my Instagram account over there and you can find out when you can watch that. I have now managed to fit in a workout. My husband, the rest of the children aren't up yet. William actually helped me with the online check-in. He was chatting away to me during that in that vlog, so that's really fun. It's lovely when he wants to get involved in stuff like that. Workout wise, I just wanted to share something that's been working really, really well for me. My attention span is really, really short, like painfully short. It's bizarre because I used to teach dance and fitness classes many years ago, and obviously I would teach for a whole hour, some classes back to back, sometimes 2 or 3 back to back. But I had people in front of me then that obviously I couldn't just walk out of the class if I got bored because I was the teacher. So that gave me accountability. I find it really difficult at home to keep exercising, or if I ever go to a gym, I'm there for like 10 minutes, I'm like, ugh, bored now, and I want to go because I haven't got that accountability. However, what I found, I've been doing these workouts on Apple Fitness Plus, which syncs with my watch, so I really like that it tracks everything. It just keeps me on track. I really like the trying to close my rings on my Apple Watch. That kind of gives me something to aim for. It's like a grown-up version of a sticker, isn't it? But what I've been finding works really, really well is I think I'll just do 10 minutes. So I've been doing 10 minutes of HIIT. I've never done HIIT workouts until recently. I've been doing that. Those are hard. The only thing is you do have to shower after them, and before I was just doing yoga and Pilates, which isn't like sweaty stuff, so it doesn't mean I go to shower in the morning, which is a bit of a pain on a school day, but you know, hey ho, it's the summer, so it doesn't matter. So I've been doing 10 minutes a hit, 10 minutes of strength, and then 10 minutes of core. But because it's only 10 minutes, it feels more manageable, and I find I'm not getting bored as quickly. Whereas if it was just one 30-minute workout, I'd be like, oh, is it finished yet? Because each one, as soon as you start it, is almost finished. So it's not that bad. So if, like me, you have a very short attention span, the other thing I do is I've always got a headphone in my ear. I've always got one of these in, and I'm listening to a podcast or an audiobook, or I'm watching a YouTube video on my phone while I'm working out, just to keep me entertained really. But if you try 10-minute sections, I'm now managing to do 3 10 minutes, and that's 30 minutes in the mornings without too much hassle. And I'm finding I'm sticking to that much better than if I was like, I got to do a 30-minute one. I also feel like if I get interrupted, then at least I've completed what I started. So if the children interrupted me after doing 1 or 2, I've done 2 complete workouts rather than attempting 30 minutes and then not quite completing it. I think that works quite well for my brain. So if anyone else like me struggles with the motivation and needs some, try that. Line up 3 10-minute things, or 2 10-minute things, or 2 5-minute ones, or whatever, rather than one big chunky one. So it is now time to do my back to school stock take. Not my favourite job, but goodness, it's good when it's done, and I end up saving so much money because years I have not done this. I've ended up buying things because I haven't been through this stuff and thinking what have they got, and I've just blindly bought stuff. I've wasted so much money. So since I've been doing this, I end up realising actually they've got quite a lot of stuff and I don't need to repurchase. I would much rather repurchase something halfway through the year when they actually need it, when they've grown, rather than just because it's September, personally. So I'm going to do this now. That vlog should already be live on my channel. If you want to watch it, don't forget to grab the printable back to school stock take checklist with my Ultimate Mum bundle. That's free. It's all free printables, loads and loads of free organisation printables. The link is on screen. There's a QR code, all the things. Make sure you grab that. I'm going to go and do this and film this video now, which you have probably already seen by now. How weird is that? Right, it's now 10 to 9. Honestly, it feels like the middle of the night. I have not stopped all day. Been doing the back to school stock take. That's not finished. There's still more to do. Ended up going down a whole rabbit hole of pulling out all the dressing up stuff because it was sort of infringing. It was in the way of the back to school stuff. So I couldn't sort one without sorting the other. I did manage to do the online check-in today. Win. Vlog it. That's a win. Managed to do a lot of the back to school stock take, and I managed to film it, and I did manage to do some extra decluttering. Bonus. I did not get the editing done that I wanted to get done. I had to post some brand work, but the approval for that only came through, so I ended up just spending an hour dealing with that when I was going to edit. And now I'm so tired. Whatever I edit now will be, quite frankly, rubbish. So I'm just feeling just a little bit anxious because I know it's Monday. I've got this op on Friday, and I wanted to get so much done before I went in. I wanted to get loads and loads of filming done because while I'm on bed rest, I can still edit. But I also wanted to get lots of things edited, uploaded, scheduled, done, like totally off my list and just bam, 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 ready to go out, you know? And I just feel like I've not got enough hours left in the day until then. So I'm going to be not able to do much at all on Friday. And then bed rest Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm supposed to be resting. So the more I can get done now, the more I'm going to be able to relax and rest. But equally, there's no point in trying to work while I'm this tired because whatever I produce will be, quite frankly, pants. So I'm going to put myself to bed, my tired, rambly, talking rubbish self, and start again tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, or in just a few short seconds for you. Morning, guys. It's Tuesday, I think. I'm already at that part of the summer holidays where I'm not quite sure what day it is. That didn't take long, did it? Anyway, I'm feeling, I guess, a lot more refreshed than yesterday, but I've got quite a lot I need to do today. Anyway, today I've got to finish the back to school stock take, so I've got that definitive list of everything we've got and everything we need. So that's the first job. The second job is to go through all the clothes that we have to wear for the cruise, which at the time of filming we're sailing in 32 days, which means we're leaving in 31 days. But within that time I also have to film the videos and do all the blog posts and stuff ready to go. So I like to pack quite early because I'm filming it. Yes, I like to pack quite early, but I'd highly recommend packing as early as possible anyway, because that way if there's anything missing, you've got time to find things, sort things, buy things, whatever you need to do. So avoiding leaving things to last minute can kind of banish some of the pre-trip anxiety. I'm going to do that today, try everything on the children, film that video, and then because I've pulled everything out, I guess I start packing, not like properly pack, but just pack the stuff that we're going to wear on the cruise, but that we're not going to wear before the cruise, you know, like the specific outfits. I'll probably add in pants, socks, toiletries, all that kind of thing closer to the time, but I might make a start on just the outfits, and then that's just one more thing off my list. And the more that's off my list, the calmer I can feel going in for my op on Friday, knowing more and more is done. So that way if I'm feeling a bit rough afterwards and I don't want to film anything, I don't have to. I can just sit on my little computer and tap away and edit. So right, let's tackle the rest of this back to school stock take. There's a bit upstairs I need to put away, and then I've got to deal with the school bag station by the front door, and then we can move on to some fun Disney bits. Pulling everything out all over the floor has made a heck of a mess. So I think while the children are having some lunch, I'm going to push the vacuum cleaner around before we move on to organising all the outfits for our trip. Back to school stock take done. Now my bedroom has clothes laid all over it, baskets ready to receive other things. It can mean only one thing: we're about to do all the trying on for our outfits for the cruise. The idea is try everything on, film it for the video, and then put it into the appropriate basket for the day, either the day or the night, and then I can pack everything. It doesn't really, like, I don't intend to have to finish packing everything today. It wasn't really even my intention to start packing today, but then equally, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I'm going to have to shove it somewhere. I may as well shove it in the cases. Managed to film all of the everything I'm going to wear. Made a complete mess, as you can see, in my bedroom. So I've just been trying to plod through, tidying it. The children are now playing outside and having ice lollies. The sun is finally out. The first real day actually of the summer holidays that we've had that's been sunny and lovely. So yeah, nice that they can now play outside. I feel frazzled, I think is the best way to describe it. Absolutely, my head, I have a really bad head actually. I'm probably dehydrated. I normally drink absolute buckets. It's quite warm and I haven't been. Okay, I'm gonna go and hydrate because that's probably why I've got a headache. Video, I did say that we picked up some pencil cases for the girls, and Bella actually chose these, didn't you?
Yeah.
For you and your sister, and Zara was thrilled. But you're going to show me what it does?
So this is like a pretty cool pencil case because it has like loads of things it can do. So it has these little lids here. One lid at the top and then flip it over, one at the bottom.
Cool.
And then there are these little buttons that you can press.
Go on then.
And then this one is, I think, a rubber holder. This one is a calculator. This one is a sharpener. And this one is the pen holder.
That's amazing. I think I had something quite similar when I was younger. Mine was not a Disney Munchlings one though. We managed to find this in Primark, didn't we?
Yeah.
Zara's got the same one, and you're both pretty thrilled, aren't you?
Yeah, I was like, Mummy, I really need this.
It's Wednesday, and the weather is pretty disgusting, so I'm just trying to plough through as much work as I can. My auntie's actually come to visit. She's got a day off work today, so she's sitting with the children for me to get a little bit of work done. I'm just trying to get as much as I can done before Friday. It's fast approaching. I am a little nervous, if I'm honest, but I need to reframe that, I think. I think the reason I'm nervous is I've not had the most positive of experiences in hospital. The only experiences I've personally had in hospital really are with having my 4 babies. And I had preeclampsia with each of them. And I think I had this story from when I was very young, from when my mum had eclampsia when I was 7 and she ended up in intensive care, that it was all very scary and hospital's a scary place. And I think I carried this through my pregnancies. I had non-ideal experiences in hospital where I just didn't feel super taken care of, I think. So I don't know how much of this came from my childhood story. Amazing what childhood brings you, isn't it? About that experience with my mum, or how much of it was just not that taken care of. I felt like if my husband hadn't been there to kind of advocate for me, I perhaps would have just been left to it. I felt, I guess, not very heard. I had very quick labours, and I'm fully aware that this op is nothing to do with that. I'm not going into a baby. It's a different thing, but I think that kind of, that's where that feeling of, I wouldn't go so far as to call it anxiety because I'm feeling like it's quite manageable, but that sense of unease is coming from. So I just need to reframe it and think everything is fine. I'm taken care of. Positive affirmations. Keep it positive. Keep it super, super positive. So I shall let you know how it all goes in my next vlog. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, to all those YouTubey things. My latest video is on screen now. Another video I think you may like, and also a link to my Patreon where you can catch early release videos. So my next video will already be live in Patreon, even if it's not live on my channel. You can check it out over there. So thanks so much for watching, guys.